Good morning and good evening. It's another week of YAM'S to-do list where every Sunday I go through what happened last week and look ahead to next week to try and give myself goals and things to do to make me more productive. Yeah, last week was a good week. I was incredibly busy, which I'll talk about more why, but basically I did get most of the things I wanted to done, except obviously I didn't go to the gym or go swimming, but more on that soon. So yeah, last week was good. Metadata stuff, I've actually been not really doing that particularly well. Usually it's 10 minutes before I start making this video, I'll start tagging stuff for scanned photos and things, but so that's why it's on every week, just as a reminder to keep doing it, because I'm not in a good habit of doing it, but I'm hoping to change that next week. Getting up at 6, I'm going to take that off for stuff I need to do, just because I've been doing it consistently now for a few weeks, which I'm pretty pleased about. The clocks have also gone back, so that means that getting up earlier is going to be even easier. I might try and see if I can get up super early next week. I got access to LinkedIn Learning again through work, and I've chosen some courses I'm going to start working on. I didn't get much of a chance actually last week to get going with any of them, but that is now something I'm excited about learning. I just feel there's so much stuff in After Effects I want to be able to do, particularly making GIFs and stickers and stuff, which will be fun for myself but also for work. Again, these are good things to be able to do, and I'm pretty excited about it. I've also been playing guitar regularly now. I gave myself the challenge to do 3 times 15 minutes last week, and I did it way more than that. So I'm keeping that on as the sort of the minimum that I have to do, but yeah, I'm pleased. It's fun. It doesn't feel like a chore when I'm going to play it, so it's something I'm looking forward to now, which is exactly what I wanted, because before I've always been very apprehensive about starting. So I'm trying to learn French again because I'm going to France during the Christmas holidays, and the same thing happens every year. I used to be able to speak French much better than I can now. I go on holiday, and then by the end of the time I'm there, I'm feeling much more confident I can speak it, and then I come back and sort of forget it all. So this time I'm trying to get some more learning in. I've got a Netflix show which is a French one, which is short episodes, which I'm going to start watching. So I started doing Memrise again. It took me a few days to actually start doing it, but now I'm on a 5-day streak. Woohoo! I actually find that much better at the moment than Duolingo was. I also managed to set up Anki as well. I was looking through it, is the sort of deck that I chose wasn't super good just to start off with, and I'm still learning how Anki works. If anyone doesn't know what Anki is, it's a flashcard app that you can get it on desktop or on your mobile, and basically it's a sort of way to help you learn things and to memorize them in a way that's a bit more thought out than just sort of pretending to study, which is what I used to. So it's interesting. I've never really used it that much. Memrise, as I said in the last video, is basically based on Anki as far as I can tell. So it's essentially associating phrases and words, in this case for languages, along with things that will help jog your memory. So adding photos or adding something that triggers your mind to remember what that word means in the case of trying to learn French. So that's something, it's interesting. It's an interesting way to try and learn something new, and it's something that I'm curious about seeing if I could expand to other stuff if Anki's working. The other thing was I wanted to start getting a better sense of how much money I spend per week. So I did do that, and I kind of set it out. It wasn't actually as bad as I thought it was going to be. Last week I had a few event type things, so I probably spent more money because of that, but the amount of money I'm spending on work wasn't too bad, especially considering I had such a busy week in work, where usually I'll buy more coffee, or maybe buy a roll with hash browns. That's a sort of thing I do every now and then. Yeah, I reckon our average weekly spend on food is pretty average for most people. It's about £60 for 2 of us, which is alright. I don't know if that's alright actually. Is £60 a lot for a week? We eat a lot of good food, and we make lunches every day, so that's we don't spend money on lunch. So yeah, you tell me, is £60 a lot for a weekly spend? Basically with the money thing, I'll put that in my stuff of things I want to do next week, but it's basically something I want to do over the next month and stuff, just to get a better sense of where I spend money. I mean, the main thing that came out was that just how easy it is to spend money on beers. Loads apparently. I mean, I think I spent 30 quid at least on pints last which is actually kind of ridiculous, but it's because it was that gig, and I went to meet my sister. I was supposed to go to the gym and go swimming, which obviously I didn't do. Whilst I didn't do that, I did do lots of exercise yesterday. We went on a really, really nice walk to Mugduck Park. I haven't been to Mugduck Country Park in like, I don't know, like 10 plus years, maybe more than that actually. It used to be a bit the adventure trail. I have to say I was a bit disappointed, even though I did have a good time in the monkey bars. I remember it being like huge. So has it changed that much, or is it just because I've got like a little bit taller? I'm not really sure. But the thing that I liked the most was that we took the train to Mulgai, and then we walked from there right up into the park and through the woods and stuff. So that was the main thing. It was just good. Just mainly watching dogs was the main part of it. That was like a good long few hours walk. So exercise, you know, exercise schmexercise. Gotta combine ways to do exercise into things that are actually fun. And also on Friday night I was rocking out at a gig. It was a band, I think they're called Start to Finish. I don't really know. I think they basically do like albums and they play them start to finish. But they were doing the soundtrack to Tony Hawk's 1 to 4 in the Cat House. It was amazing. It's like one of the best gigs I've ever been to, like without a doubt. The crowd was like pure loving it. The tune selection and the playlist they did was like so good. I mean, the only tune I was really like waiting for the most was 96 Quite Bitter Beans, obviously, just because it's the best tune on the Tony Hawk soundtrack. I cannot believe how good it was. And for all the people who said they were excited to go and then didn't turn up, fuck you, because you missed out on like one of the best gigs. I was doing a lot of jumping about, got in the mosh pits. That was great. I may not look like it, but I do love a mosh pit. And I even went crowd surfing at the end, mainly because I saw my friend do it, and then I saw my other friend do it. So peer pressure, you know. So just to sum up, like last week was good. I had a good time, but I was incredibly busy with work, and I did a lot of extra hours and stuff just because I was helping to get these 2 short films made by people that I work with through the social onto iPlayer. So it's these 2 things called Tales from the Pub. It was really, really great to get that all through, but these things just like take up a ton of time, and there's a lot of like, there's just always issues to get something from like that you just play on the web to get it onto like iPlayer. It has to go through like a lot more tech review and like just like checks and stuff, and because the files have to be pure massive, like for them to package it up on the BBC's like internal systems, it takes ages. So if there's any one thing that's wrong, like you have to re-export the whole thing, and it took a while. However, I have to say I'm very proud of these 2 films. Not that I had any involvement in actually making them, but it's just great to get them on, and they should be up from tomorrow night, so that's Monday the 28th. I'll put a link in the description for when they're live, and you can check them out because they're really funny, and the guys who made them, Kris and Dave, are also good dudes, and the films are very funny, so go and check them out. That means that next week will be a lot less busy, which is good, so I'll have more time to do all the things I'm about to talk about. So moving on to next week, on that list is definitely continue to play guitar, start working on those After Effects things so I can start making GIFs and stuff. That sounds so ridiculous, but it is something I'm really looking forward to and going to enjoy a lot. I'm going to keep my streak going for Memrise and start using Anki, and I'd like to watch one episode of that French Netflix show, hopefully more, but I'll start with one. Another thing which is kind of exciting is I think I've got this Vivitar camera. I think I've got it working, so I'm gonna get some film for it. And I also want to get film for the Nikon autofocus one because I took a bunch of photos with it and they came out really, really well. And I was, as always, need to start doing more metadata stuff. Again, like last week, I mean, I say this every week. I wanted to work more on going to the gym or go swimming and stuff, and I just like haven't done it. It's still going to be on the list for next week, but because I've got a bit more time, I should be able to get into a better routine. This is it. This is the week where it's going to happen. I've got an exciting week ahead. I've got 2 gigs coming up. I've got 3 gigs actually, because I'm going to a gig tonight to see Thrice and Refused, 2 bands who I've never really listened to, but my friend wanted me to go with them, and I'm excited about it because I like going to see live music. I also got tickets to see Opeth on Thursday, which is pretty cool death metal band. And then on Friday I'm going to see my friend's band Secret Motorbikes at the Old Hairdressers, so I'll see you there. They're a cool band, you should check them out. They're on Spotify and Apple Music and all that stuff. Secret Motorbikes. Their Comfy EP is really good. Oh, and also I wanted to give a shout out. I do shout outs now. Isn't that good? If you want me to give you a shout out for something, tell me and I'll do it. Friend James Price has got a new film that's also on iPlayer as well now. It's called Joytown. You should check it out. It's really funny. It's nice. It's like, and the director Neve is like super cool. She made this film called Good Girls and Farmland. Good Girls is like, I love it so much. Farmland is really good too. Good Girls, just something about it like really captured my imagination. But I am now talking more about the director than James, so I wanted to talk about. James Price is a really up and coming filmmaker. He's made loads of brilliant stuff, and you should check out Joytown because it's cool. You should check it out. Check it out. There you go. So yeah, that's it. Next week's going to be good. Obviously looking forward to The Apprentice. I can't believe how much shit people were giving Lottie last week. She knew all about bikes. They should have made her the PM or the sub-team leader, but because she was acting a bit mental in the first few episodes, they just shut her down, and I don't think that was fair. That red bike they made was just absolutely wild. Why didn't they make the rims black? So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Sunday. I should actually have a new video on Wednesday, so make sure you are subscribed so you get a notification when that comes out, and I'll catch you next week. Pretty cool death metal band.